technique? So
Kyle.
yeah,
Kyle.
yeah. It's on the paper as Cam, but I
Is.
think
I
he said
had
it
to cross it out and write Kyle down, or I was going to keep doing it.
When I asked him earlier, he said it was both. So.
Yeah, well, there we go. So we're not going to offend him when he watches this back.
Yeah. I think
heavy.
he's doing a good job going for that mother's milk kind of from the like no arm Ezekiel almost type position.
That smother tap that he's really looking for. You know, he did a good job of really stabilizing that position with those double grapevines.
That'll be an interesting finals between him and Nick.
Yeah, Nick. I was just mentioning Nick. He came out very animated, but his composure, passing that closed guard into half guard and then working to the mount, almost baiting that Americana. To expose the back and then finding that strangle was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and as soon as he got chin exposure, he was under it. So that was good.
You mentioned you really you like the back mount position. I really like that more Craig Jones style back mount, but you've got your opponent flattened out on the
from
stomach.
the top. We've got it flattened out, especially in MMA. Yeah, that's where I want to be.
Easier to get behind the elbows. Less of me carrying my opponent's weight, more of them carrying my weight. So.
The only reason that I find problems with that is when guys are really good at tripoding up and getting to try to shake you off the top, because it can be kind of easy to get your knees back underneath your hips. From
Absolutely.
So now we have I believe this is our bronze medal match here, if I'm not mistaken.
This is Brian Hooper and Toro Bays.
Yep. Or at least it's the consolation match. I don't know if it's actually officially a bronze match since we don't have Zane back in there, but I don't know how it works out for.
Yeah, Hooper again was with Fidel in that first match that went to 2 or 3 overtimes, I believe.
Yeah.
So long match there, but he's had a lot of time to rest and recover. And then Toro had a pretty quick match, his first match. So we'll see how this goes here. Very erratic hand fighting.
Yeah. From what we saw earlier, Toro is definitely going to be the more physical of the two. But perhaps the less technical of the two. We'll see how that unfolds.
If nothing else, he's going to be the more animated. A lot of movement.
He's got good tattoos, too.
Yeah. Seeing him overwrap the head here, which is kind of a dangerous position. If they can trap that arm, you can get some rolls out of it, some interesting sweeps, but I'm not sure if Hooper's really privy to the wrestle-up opportunities that are from that.
We see Toro kind of trying to armbar that far arm, and he might end up finding it. Nope.
Hooper wrestles up in his top position, avoids that guillotine by getting his hips to the other side of the body.
He is in the arm in, so he's not in Von Flue danger, but Toro is still squeezing on that guillotine, which would generally be considered ill-advised. Sometimes you'll see that work in white belt matches.
Yeah, Toro's running the risk of burning his arm down here if he no longer yields on this. Probably a better strategy.
It's actually double overs. He's not even under it. I thought that was an arm in guillotine. He's just double over.
I think he took it out. You see him go back to it. Now he's going to turn away and expose his body. See if we can chase here. He's got one hook on the bottom. We're not seeing much hip escapes here at this level, so he's able to use this position. He's got a dominant underhook.
And he has both hooks. I mean, this is the classic Jiu-Jitsu 101 schoolyard headlock.
Yeah.
He would learn to take the back from it.
That old bully headlock, Teach it to first week students when they come in. Hey, you guys have probably seen this before. Probably been in a fight at school. Somebody grabs your head like this. Shuck and come up the back. The Toro's latched onto that head.
And he's got the arm trap now, so he's almost in more of he's in like a hybrid between he's in Keisugatame and he's got his back taken at the same time, and I think he's going to end up getting his back taken.
Brian's got such long legs, he's able to get that body triangle from there.
Even without a chest to back connection. That's impressive.
It's very impressive. Seeing that grip breaking there. Brian's not going to take advantage of it. Toro's able to restabilize back into more of a traditional top guard position. We can use that underhook as Toro posts both hands to the mat, which is typically ill-advised from that top guard position. But
especially over the line of the shoulders, where you can get underhooked and into shoulder crunch and or prison guard, depending on your preferred way of attacking that underhook.
One of the things we preach pretty heavily to our students is this 3P system: posture, patience, and pressure. Especially from a close guard position, if you're the top player, not breaking that posture down, not as much as you can avoiding making contact, especially in the game.
Exactly.
Not making contact we've seen a lot of the top guard players here, especially in this closed guard. We've seen them leaning heavy head forward and allowing their posture to break down, which doesn't give them a good base of balance.
Yeah, and they're not really fighting for the inside bicep ties that you need to make sure your partner's not going to be able to get a meaningful grip. Now we see an armbar coming from Hooper, and it looks like he might get it. And he does.
Yep.
Brian Hooper gets a nice armbar from closed guard. I think that might have been what he was trying to look for in that first match. Whenever he was getting those kind of arm drag looks when he was getting the elbow across the body, he was able to convert it this time, though.
Yeah, we're almost seeing some of these guys flip the order of operations there. Posture, patience, and pressure. He's just really focusing on that pressure, which is easy to do. You don't.
Yeah, and I think as you're seeing a lot of people in the modern meta really standing up is the best way to play close guard. I think I think it was Fight Pass Invitational I was watching a couple months ago at this point, and Gordon Ryan was basically saying you should be hitting people with stalling penalties if they're not standing in close guard. Like,
Especially in the no gi, where people are so good at maintaining that good posture.